Good morning, boys and girls. It is Thursday and I'm heading over to Little Grassy Lake in southern Illinois. I decided to mix it up a little bit. I usually go to Cedar, and I was just kind of talking to some people via Facebook, and the topic of Little Grassy came up. So I haven't been over here, and it's been over a year. It's a good lake, but I never go here because I'm going to Cedar or Egypt or Kincaid or one of the other ones. And it's a little bit further drive. It's about 15-minute further drive, which is not much, but just enough to make me go somewhere else most of the time. Another thing is you have to deal with the permit. Okay, I made it to Little Grassy. It's part of the Crab Orchard Wildlife Refuge. It requires a daily vehicle permit, so you have to come up here to the Little Grassy campground, and it's only $2. So you get a little envelope, you put it in the little slot, similar to the Crab Orchard video that I posted last year. Man, it's gonna be windy today. It's warm, 60 degrees already. It's supposed to get up to almost 80 degrees today, but the wind's blowing 20 sustained, gust up to 40. Water temperature is 50.2 back in this section of the lake. And it's pretty stained. Wind's really blowing out there. I'm gonna try to fish out of the wind a little bit. Try to stay in some of these protected coves.
Life is a shame and a sin. Hey man, don't worry, 'cause I'll get it. Oh, don't worry, 'cause I'll get it. Girl, don't worry, 'cause I'll get it. But don't worry, I'm gonna get it. Gonna say I'm through. I'm doing my time, don't have to listen to you. I'm not mad, I just reach my end. Not gonna
Have a little mama goose over here that's been hanging out in my backyard. Where's your family? Well, I'm heading to Jackson Park for probably about an hour. Got off work a little early, and my wife took the children swimsuit shopping, so she's not going to be home for, I don't know, about another hour. So I'm going to sneak up here to the park. It's starting to rain a little bit, unfortunately. It's kind of a bad thing. You bust your butt at work to get off early, come home and it starts raining. So it's all for naught, I guess. But I'm still going to drive up there and check it out. I want to throw this, I got some Nico hooks. They're the weedless Nico hooks with the V wire guard. Looks like it's about 50-pound mono. And I want to throw a wacky rig around a little bit, see if I can get bit on it. It's pretty windy, but I don't know, that's just what I feel like trying today. Speaking of windy, it was brutal yesterday at Little Grassy. The winds were 20 miles an hour sustained, and I think there were some gusts approaching 50 miles an hour. So it was very limited to where I could fish at. I managed to catch a few fish, nothing big, just some small fish, but hadn't been over there. It's been over a year. So I wanted to give Cedar a rest and go check that place out. It's a pretty cool lake. It's over by MAKANDA, Illinois. It's about 1,200 acres, and it's one of the 3 in the Crab Orchard Wildlife Refuge chain. You've got Crab Orchard Lake, which is the bigger lake. I think it's about 8,000. Then you've got Devil's Kitchen, which is, I think, around 900 acres. And Little Grassy is about 1,200 acres. They're all pretty good lakes. They all fish differently. So Little Grassy was pretty stained. Not as much as Cedar, but it was probably, I'm thinking about 2-foot visibility with the area that I was fishing. I stayed pretty much around the campground area, that end of the lake, because it was so rough. I didn't want to run down to where I normally fish, which is the other end, where there's a couple creeks you can fish down there. There's a lot of good places to fish in that area. So I just poked around up by the boat ramp and a couple little places that I could get out of the wind somewhat. You really couldn't get out of the wind at all. It's one of those days where you're out of the wind. Even being out of the wind, you're still in the wind. A lot of that's to do with the topography of those lakes. They got steep banks, so that wind blows and it hits the hillside, and it just kind of runs along the lake, so you can't really get away from it. Here's that wacky rig hook, that Nico hook I was talking about. It's just got those 2 little pieces of mono. It kind of makes it semi-weedless. I just got like a 4-inch Yumdinger on there, and some kind of watermelon copper flake color. It's starting to rain. Here's Jackson Park. I think that's my buddy Brad over there fishing. If he's throwing a rattle trap, that's him. Nah, that's not him. Somebody else. I'm gonna make a few casts, see if I can catch one. It's basically my first cast. That was my first cast. It's a little guy. Man, they're hitting this thing pretty good. Third cast, caught another one. Same spot. I only got 1 worm, so I'm trying not to lose it. Well, I'm pretty impressed with this little Nico hook. It's been getting them all right in the side, right where you want it. Comes through the grass fairly well, and I haven't got hung up yet. There's a lot of rocks on the bottom of this lake. Just catching these little like 10 and 12 inchers, but it's pretty fun. Right in the side, right where it's supposed to be. Okay, I just got done fishing at the Jackson Park, and I don't know, I caught about 10 fish in 45 minutes. But the reason I went up there is I wanted to try out this new VMC Weedless Nico rig hook, and I was very pleased. Every fish I caught was right in the corner of the mouth, right where it's supposed to be. So these are the hooks. I was just throwing a, I guess it's a size 2, but they've got the little weed guard on them. But they're a really good hook. If you throw wacky rig a lot, I would definitely check them out. Just saw a big old muskrat. He's swimming down the bank. I'm gonna try to sneak up on him and get some footage.